Okay, let's see how this goes. I forgot to static first. It's been a second since I played this build. And I'm not wearing a Sunder Charm. I should have been wearing a Sunder Charm for that part. But this build is just phenomenal. It's just so extremely fast. I'm gonna kind of skip those because they are annoyingly high. Oh, and they killed my fucking Mark too. That's a problem. That's a real problem. And it's gonna clear a whole area real fast. Just an overall great build. Like, I really have been enjoying this build a lot. It's phenomenal. And this is another build you can basically go anywhere with. It's just performs really well basically everywhere. Yeah, this is just very, very, very nice. Yeah, I'm not even doubting this build is gonna be decent. He's just overall decent, to be honest. Having the Enigma does help a lot compared to the Dragondin. Bro, what is hurting so bad? Something in there was hurting a lot. Not entirely sure what that was. Maybe because we don't have Fate popped yet? That might be it. So... Now it's time for the meme. Because I'm pretty sure you can't do much with this in here. I'll still do damage to the low fire immunes, but everything else, like these guys, they're gonna take a minute to get through. And no Enigma means, yeah, I have to run it, so we probably won't even make it to Chaos before they're done with Bale. I'm not entirely sure. We really... Oh, we made it. But as I suspected, it's not gonna be fast in here by any means. Ooh, this might kill me. What? Am I surviving? Nah. Oh. This is gonna be meme number 2. And he's gonna do plenty of damage. It's just gonna be mad slow to get the chaos. For some reason I can't. It won't let me. There's no clear speed on this guy in terms of clearing mobs. He won't die, but it's just slow. A little bit annoying, but guess I have to accept that there's a public lobby. Oh, really annoying, because now I can't showcase the freaking build. Beautiful. But yeah, it performs pretty nice under player's aid. It's not bad at all. Still wanted everybody to see what it looks like. But yeah, we are definitely not going to be able to do nothing with this build. And if I were to value my builds, I actually think this is the most expensive one. It's just not... it's not that it doesn't do damage or anything, it's just not good enough, right? Like, the clear speed is just not good enough. It's definitely better than it used to be, and it's definitely better than a lot of other builds. It's not that, but I actually almost feel like this is nearly as good as the Poison Nova, if you consider that the Poison Nova is really bad in here, and this is kind of strong in here, due to undead and demons taking extra damage from magic. But yeah, this build is not as good as the. So with this build, we're gonna have to do something a little different that I normally do. So we can't clear shit with this build. Like there's no clearing chaos, in terms of clearing every enemy in here. This is a boss sniper, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just there's one right here, for instance, right? So that's gonna be our target. But in terms of being able to clear, if you're doing it this way, no problem. We got another boss right here. But we'll try it. We'll definitely try it. Well, that sucks. My inside. No, he's still alive. What the fuck? Okay, the Blizzard Sorc on a player's 8 setting is no problem whatsoever. This is very efficient. It's super nice. it clears semi-fast. It's not the fastest by any means, but it's definitely up there. It'll the damage output is where this build really shines. It's just plenty of damage, man. But yeah, as you see, compared to some of the other builds that just doesn't provide the damage on higher player settings, this is not any issue at all. I won't be able to clear all the chaos while they're doing bail, because they're not doing bail. They're just doing the waves, and it's not enough time. But it's definitely way closer than, for instance, the Poison Necro or. So yeah, they're already done with it, but this is really nice. Yeah, this is a lot more like it. It's just this build for solo P8 feels more like you're playing on players 1 than players 8, with how easy and how fast everything dies. It's just so good, man. I still feel like this is the best solo build. So you can solo anything, no matter how many players, no matter where you're going, want to go, you can go, you can do anything in the game. There is no limits with this build. It's just so good. I know I'm not picking up anything, but it's just more because I want to test. $3,500 health. This is just beautiful. Yeah, this is, if we compare this, for instance, to the Mosaic Sin, it's just two different worlds, right? And it's not saying that this isn't a good build or anything. It's a great build. It's just if you compare the two, it's really no comparison. Yeah, this is in comparison to the Mosaic, it's just not. The speed is not the same at all. It's such a good build, but it's just too slow, man. Nowadays, with comparing it. So I am pretty convinced that this is not gonna be a thing. Maybe for the ghosty boys here. All right. So this is very surprising. This is actually performing a lot better. I do know we're losing players right now, but in comparison with the other builds, this is way better. What the fuck? This is such a surprise that it is actually performing on the higher player counts. This is one thing I never thought would be as good, especially not without the infinity. Wow. It's just way better than what I had expected. Now, do note that it doesn't do it. Yeah, that's just kind of crazy. This ice bow was quite the upgrade, I guess. Holy fuck. Wow. Surprised? Call me surprised. We are at player 7. Oh, everything is fucking dead here. I don't know, man. Yeah, this again on the players 8 or players 7. It's just not. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely killing them, and I'm not like in any danger of dying right now or anything like that. But does it feel efficient and good? Yeah. Honestly, not too much. If I had to be honest here, it's definitely not in my top tier of builds here. Oh shit, we might even die here because this is hurting so much. Where is all our lifesteal? I thought for a second, I was almost sure that we didn't have. Maybe it's the frozen, because I'm not wearing my areas that I have on non-ladder. Maybe it's the Decryptify. Think more so it's the Decryptify than it is. I basically have to lure them out here in order to not die. And that's just why I've been saying lately that the best build in the game is the Mosaic, because if I were to do this with my Mosaic Sin, right, I would have done Chaos by now. I would be finished. I would be killing Diablo, man. Not still be here in the very start. Yeah, this just doesn't perform so well under these conditions as you would have hoped. And it's not that I'm not hitting them. You can definitely tell I'm hitting them quite a bit. They are definitely losing good health and whatnot. It's just too little, too slow, right? Like it's not going. It's just not fast enough to be any type of decent clear speed here, man. That's what it's missing. It's really missing the clear speed. So let's test what this does on higher player settings. Hopefully it does a lot better than the Skelly and the Barbarian. At least it's killing. We're currently on players 8 now, but these are still a little lower until we tally up towards the middle of Chaos, which I'm gonna do in just 2 seconds here. Okay, let's go up there. We want players 8 enemies. At least it's doing damage at a speed where I might actually be able to kill a little bit more in here. But is it good? Arguably, I would say it's definitely better than the others, but comparing the clear speed to the Mosaic again, it's not even a discussion. Or the Hammerdin for that matter. Even the Hammerdin is ridiculously good at this stuff compared to. And it's not like we have physical immunes here and thing. It's just... Whoa! That got really freaking dangerous. I was kind of trying to not hit the full rejuve, but I definitely didn't have a choice there. Well, at least we're getting towards the end of Chaos in this one. We're getting past the first part. I know I teleported past that part, but that was to get everything players 8. And we basically couldn't even complete one side of that shit. That's a lot better than both the Skelly and the Barb. This is already performing way better than those two. So yeah, at least we got to complete the chaos this time. This is painful though. The Diablo kill is hella painful, holy shit. And I will say this, that Druid performed a lot better than I actually was thinking it would. I was kind of thinking it was going to be hella slow too. But look at the damage on this stuff, right? Because this damage is so different, it's so different. It's just so much faster, right? We will be able to clear this whole thing in the same time that they clear the cows easy. And we'll actually be able to hold slightly more magic find on this build than on the druid. Can still build the druid out to be magic find, but then you would have to build it out to that. It's not just your standard high powered gear that's gonna give you that, whereas with this build we are kind of getting it off the standard gear, just because the gear does come with quite a bit of magic find, and that's why I think even though this is one of the more, you could say, more boring builds in the game. It's one of the older builds that's been viable forever, and I still think to this day it's just one of the best builds, man. It's because you can clear stuff like this so fast, and you don't need any help. You can do everything solo. There is certain places that's not nice to farm with them, so anything that's very tight corners and tight areas, like let me give you a really good example here. The maggot lair in Act 2 is probably the worst place to go with him out of anywhere. It's just it's hard to hit anything in there. But there's other places too that are really horrible, like the tombs and places like that, where there might be walls very close to you, so you can't get your hammers around you, and that's the main issue. Also in Act 2 you have a lot of magic immunes, which is also provides quite the annoyance. But that's why having a really good mercenary comes in handy, because the mercenary will take care of anything we can't kill ourselves. Oh, that almost cost me because I was standing in the middle of them. Whew. Whew. But yeah, again, as I said, in comparison with the Mosaic, I still think the Mosaic is a lot better, and it does have a little bit, you could call it like wind up time, as I like to call it, from charging up your charges. That does take just a little bit of time, besides having to just strictly kill stuff. But that is one thing that you can definitely learn to live with now that this performs as well as it does. The Mosaics just, if there were no charge up time, they would be so OP, it's ridiculous. But as I said, this is, ooh, they are ethereal too. Yes sir, yes sir. Alright, that's it for this video, and I'll leave it here. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope it gave you some good information on what builds to use if you want to solo Player's 8. Most of my builds have the best gear in slot for the most parts, so I hope it gave a good idea of what to do. I appreciate you watching the video. Leave a like, sub, all that good stuff, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. Good luck, and I hope you find some high runes.